Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the 2-1 Special Podcast. My name Randall, and with me, as always, my boy LJ. Man, go ahead and say what up to the listeners, man.
What's up? What's up?
All right, everybody. Now, welcome back. Now, welcome back to another episode. Now, Dad is a little bit busy as we recorded this episode, so he may not come through, or he may may pop up in the middle of the recording. So for everybody wondering, Dad's just a little busy right now. So he may pop in, he may not. But other than that, we got some news going on, especially in the NFL. So LJ texted me, I want to say a couple days ago, and he told me that our Steelers got to be honest with you, we got a superstar, if you ask me. But LJ, go ahead and explain to the people what's going on with the Pittsburgh Steelers, because they pretty much the talk of the talk right now.
You don't got a superstar. You have a D1 crash out going along another D1 crash out. So the Pittsburgh Steelers, and mind you, they don't have a quarterback right now.
They don't.
Uh,
Hold on, we
but
gonna
they
I'm gonna get to that in a little bit, but go ahead.
but they ended up getting DK Metcalf from the Seattle Seahawks. Um, it's a good pickup, but they already have George Pickens as their crazy receivers because the Steelers have to have at least one crazy receiver
Yeah.
on the team at all times. So I thought they wouldn't be getting DK Metcalf. I thought DK Metcalf would go somewhere else. But I guess Thomason said I can handle two D1 crash outs. It's gonna be okay. I just hope he's ready for a whole bunch of fights.
You ain't lying.
That's all those two are going to do on their offensive end. So it's definitely gonna be interesting.
Now here's my thing. To mention what you say about QB. I was at the gym today. As I was walking out, how about the Steelers been in talks with Aaron Rodgers to be QB?
Oh God.
How you what you think? What your thoughts about that?
Okay, I need everybody, people. I need y'all to realize he tried to beat Tom Brady last year. He tried to beat Tom Brady 2 years ago.
Right.
He got injured. He tried to do it this year. He's washed. It's over. Let that man go in his dark forest, smoking those herbs and greens and whatever else he be smoking on. To be talking as crazy as he do, and just leave that man alone, and let him be a talk show host somewhere. Let him go join the Pat McAfee show full time. I don't know, but that man's washed. Do not get him.
How old is Aaron Rodgers? Ain't he like 40? Close to 40?
He's yes, he either 39 or 40.
To be honest with you, he wants that last dance type of feeling. The last
That was 3 years ago.
it was. It truly was. When they lost in that snowstorm, when they supposed to technically obliterate whoever they was playing, when they lost in that snowstorm at that home turf, that's where he should have retired then. Cause I think we
I mean, he won MVP.
right, yeah, he won MVP that year, didn't it? Yeah, the
Yep.
pack, yeah, yeah, and everybody got surprised that they lost because I forgot who they lost because they were like, y'all at home playing in the blizzard. There's no way in hell the Packers finna lose against whoever the team it was.
I feel like it was Kansas City.
No, it wasn't Kansas City. It was somebody in their division. I don't know who it was. It was somebody. It was somebody shot because I don't think they. It been a minute since they've been into the Super Bowl, right?
3 or 4 years, yeah.
So well, it could have been Kansas. I don't know. Could have been Kansas City for real, for real. I don't know. But whoever it was, everybody was like, "There's no way on earth this team finna beat the Packers." It's snowing, and it's in the Packers stadium, and they was doing amazing that season. So everybody was like, "There's no way in chance this team finna win." Then Connor found out some. I think Aaron Rodgers did some. Somebody did some that cost him the game. And like you said, he won MVP that year, and he's supposed to. Everybody was saying he was going to retire. He was about to make a statement, say, "Boom, hey, I'm gonna retire," and then he took a month or two, three break, and then out of nowhere he said he's coming back, and then that's why he loved Packers because it was an agreement or something. I don't know, but to be honest with you, ever since COVID and Aaron Rodgers going to the political route, ever since then, he been going downhill. Like he said, he should have been retired. I don't know what he was thinking when he went to the Jets, and he just, like I said, he was trying to pull a Tom Brady. He could now, to be honest, I don't know if he been training or what. I give him 5 games. I see how he do the first 5 games of the season, depending on which team he go to. Because you and I both know the New Jersey Knicks, New York Jets, they don't want him. Surprisingly, they even tell them. They just straight up told the network, and the network broadcasted like, "Hey, we don't want. We know we looking for somebody else. We don't want Aaron Rodgers." So I don't know who he gonna go to.
I mean, can you blame them? Look what he literally destroyed that team because they kept listening to him.
He did.
They got rid of their head coach, but they should have never got rid of.
Right.
They went and got Devontae Adams. They didn't do nothing. They didn't have a backup quarterback. It was an absolute mess.
Who you think he could go to though? Besides
Nobody.
Steelers. Everybody would think about the Giants. Excuse me.
You know what? That'd be perfect for them because the Giants sorry anyway. So let them. They still be sorry.
But then again though, now people they also saying Shador gonna go to the Giants.
I thought Shador was going to the Panthers.
Who got the first round? I mean, who got the first pick?
It wasn't the team who had the first pick.
Cause he's supposed to be like late. I want to say between 5th or 10th pick in the first round, or something like that. But we know New York need a QB, Giants need a QB, so they most definitely gonna pick one up in the draft first. I'm pretty sure.
It's Titans, Browns, Giants, Patriots, and Jaguars are the first 5.
Do you think he
He probably going to the Browns, but I feel like if the Browns pick him, his dad Dion, they gonna pull a Eli Manning, what they did, and get him traded somewhere else.
You think so?
I think so. His dad not about to let him go to no Browns.
Cause to be honest with you, off the top of my head, say them teams again.
It was Titans, Browns, Giants, Jaguars, Patriots.
Titans, Browns, and the other say the other team.
Titans, Browns, Giants, Patriots, Jaguars.
Titans, Browns, Giants. Those 3 teams need a QB.
And then Raiders is 6, so they still can go.
And Raiders need one. So it gonna be crazy. Cause I don't know. He may go to the Raiders. To be honest with you, since it's out west, and he can do whatever out west. He may go to New York, just for the simple fact, New York just needs a QB, and they probably just gonna sling money his way. And I don't think he's gonna go to Cleveland. He may go to Cleveland. I doubt it.
I'm still surprised that we got somebody. What's up, Dad?
What's going on, Dad? Uh-oh.
We can't hear you.
We can't hear you, Dad. Oh, so why Dad fix that? Go ahead, OJ.
It's about the Browns. So I don't know. I thought Myles Garrett was going to actually leave.
Right.
But I don't know what he done did, what kind of voodoo they put on him, or if that was literally just a ploy for him to get money. I really find it hard to believe because I thought he wanted the championship. I find it just hard for him to believe that he went and signed back with the Browns after saying he wanted the trade. It's just like, what did they say to him to be like, oh yeah, I want to come back after you said this to me?
Probably the money.
He already had money.
Well, you can say the same thing about Tyreek when he was in Kansas. There you go, Dad. We can hear you. When he was in Kansas, the Miami offered him way more money.
Was he getting paid? What he get?
Yeah, he was getting paid on top of the Super Bowl.
Okay, hello. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, but pretty much that what me and LJ talking about is where Aaron Rodgers pretty much gonna go when he next season, since he's not technically, he didn't say he retired. So we said Steelers. Today on ESPN they announced that Aaron Rodgers is in talks with the Steelers to go be a Steelers, and then we said Cleveland, Giants, and what's the other team, LJ?
Cleveland, Giants,
Titans.
Patriots, and Titans.
Cleveland, Giants, and Titans. Those three teams need a QB. So what you
So,
think?
I think he's like a 90% lock for the Steelers.
Oh
Just because they're making moves to get better at wide receiver, and they let Najee Harris go because they couldn't pay him and Aaron Rodgers, and I think he's going to be a Pittsburgh Steeler. The Giants is a sneaky team that could possibly get him, but I think it goes to the Steelers. It's between the Steelers and the Giants and nobody else, because the Raiders, you said the Raiders earlier, they picked up Geno Smith, so they're not looking for a quarterback anymore.
Well,
So
hold on. What happened to him in Seattle?
he got traded from Seattle. They traded for him. The Raiders traded for him.
So who Seattle got now?
Seattle got Sam Darnold.
Oh,
Which I was surprised by.
well, never mind.
Yeah, but like only person he's throwing to now is Jackson Smith and the Jigma. That's the only person he's throwing to now because they traded DK to the Steelers,
Yeah.
and Tyler Lockett got cut.
To be honest, with Geno was doing good in Seattle. I don't know why they traded him, but
They're getting like what they did with Russell Wilson, like cut him before he completely
wash.
before he's completely washed.
Yeah.
So
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
he
Geno
did get hurt.
wasn't-
Yeah, my fault. What you say, LJ?
No, I was just saying Geno's not one of those like top guys to begin with. So,
But he was. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I mean, he
wa-
was playing good.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was holding his own in Seattle, but we know how that goes. They ain't enough.
no, it's not enough at all.
But to be honest with you, like I said, when I was at the gym and when I was leaving, they everybody pretty much saying the Steelers are heavily invested in getting Aaron Rodgers. So like,
They have Russell Wilson as their number 2,
yeah,
but they are like that's what they're looking for. They're looking at Aaron Rodgers right now
Okay.
because if we're being honest, this quarterback draft class is very weak.
it is.
It is very weak. I like to be honest. Like, if there wasn't if the teams that are desperate for a quarterback are going to show how desperate they are, because Cam Ward shouldn't be like a high first round pick at all, and Shadur's probably a round 2 pick, maybe 3, and then every other Jackson Dart, Quinn Ewers, all them other ones is going to fall like later than that.
Right, I thought Quinn Ewers went back to what's it called?
No, Quinn Ewers is in the draft.
Oh, I'm thinking of Carson Beck.
Yeah, you think Carson Beck? Carson Beck went to Miami. Yeah.
Yeah. And also to throw that out there, when they did a combine, pretty much all the QB was horrible.
Oh, Will.
Hold on, before you say anything, Dad. Jalen Merrill, he tanked his rank. I'm sorry.
Really? They did that bad? I didn't watch the draft.
Oh yeah, obviously you didn't watch it. Dad, you seen Jalen Merrill combine? Tell him, explain.
I mean, it was just bad.
He was throwing deep balls to the out of bounds. He was missing his targets. He was overthrowing.
He had been playing
And to
bad.
be honest, there was Will Howard looked terrible too. It's just like there should be no incentive to draft a quarterback, like any of those quarterbacks early.
Yeah.
Like Zach, because I know every year, everybody jumps up. We gotta get the best quarterback available. We gotta change the franchise because the quarterback is the most important position. Well, the quarterback class this year is one of the latter ranked positions this year. As far as talent goes,
Yeah.
it's not much out there. Like
So in other words, you say don't pick a quarterback. If you need a quarterback this year, don't pick it. Just get something else and then get Arch Manning next year.
His
I would get a stopgap this year. I would get somebody that could just play the position and then just I wouldn't worry about drafting a quarterback unless you're like
unless you
desperate. Like
desperately need one, yeah.
somebody's gonna have like a Geno Smith, Will Levis fall this year and thinking they're gonna be great. And it might be Cam Ward, it might be Shadur Sanders. I don't think Shadur's going in the first round, to be honest.
To be honest with you, he probably is, just for the simple fact how horrible this QB combine was.
Somebody will need to trade up. If he goes in the first round, somebody would trade up late in the draft, like at 29, 30, 31, 32, to get Shador Sanders. Because they want to do it so they can get the fifth year option.
That's the only way he played it smart, because this combine was so horrible for QB that they probably just gonna be like, okay, we just gonna go off of his stats from college, and then they gonna be like, compare that to all the QBs who did a combine, and he probably the number one QB coming out after this combine.
Side note, Shiloh didn't even get an invite.
Did we kind of expect him to get an invite?
I mean, at least an invite, at least like a letter in the mail or something.
Talking about him.
He maybe be a third of between fourth and fifth round.
No, fifth or sixth, seventh, undrafted.
Yeah. If he even want to go, I don't even think he want to.
No,
go.
he's prepared for the draft.
Oh, okay.
He's prepared for the draft.
I know. Shadur was. I didn't know he was. But yeah, LJ, when you get a chance though, please watch it. Just watch it. It's horrible. Especially Jalen Milroe. His combine was horrible. But surprisingly, wide receivers, running backs had the best combine this year. I forgot somebody broke the record. I don't know who did. Somebody broke the record.
It wasn't a 40 record, that's for sure.
No,
Because what's there for Texas was talking all kinds of crap. Like I'm going to break Xavier Worthy's record, and then just like nah.
He ain't touched. He ain't got close to it.
No, I don't think he even got a 4.3. I think he got like.
I think it was like 4.5.
No, it was. I think it was like 4.4, like low 4.4.
Yeah.
It might have been 4.3. I don't know, but he didn't get no 4.1 like he said.
Oh,
But say, well, Xavier Worthy, you ain't got to really worry about Xavier Worthy no more when he going to jail. But I think
No, he's not.
All those charges was dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah, all charges were he's actually innocent. Like
Yeah, that was that. We ain't gonna even talk about that, because that was messed up in the beginning.
he stole his name, because that's a problem with like how fast like social media works. Everybody threw him into jail. All the memes were out and stuff like that. And then when stuff came out that he was innocent and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and like it was all like his ex and stuff like that. There's no apologies. There's no my bad. You get deleted memes. That's what you get. So it was just wild.
It was wild. But speaking of the combine, Dad, what's your overall thoughts about the combine?
It was unimpressive this year, to be honest.
God damn.
And like to
You
be
ain't
honest,
lying.
like I was watching the combine. I was watching like 40 times and the catching drills and like all the other stuff. And it's like I'm just like, I don't see a superstar coming out of this draft.
Right.
Like a lot of people skip the combines and stuff like that. So like the only person I can see probably being a superstar is a person who didn't participate in the combine, and that's Travis Hunter.
Yeah, he played it smart.
Yeah. So like that is the only person I see that can like be like a superstar coming out of this combine. But other than that though, I'm not convinced that there's anybody that's gonna come out of this draft and be a straight superstar. Like, no. Like we gotta be real for ourselves. We gotta be real the situation.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, it's sad, but the people who did it attend the combine this year, just how horrible it was, pretty much saved or went up in draft. To be honest with you, especially in QB. Cause that's how bad QB was.
QB was not good.
So like Dad said, surprisingly, like Dad said, this is probably going to be the first year where we not gonna have like good QBs. Maybe first round QBs. We might have one maybe, and that's it. So
Yeah, I don't see it. Like I don't see it at all. Like and I wish I was wrong.
But to be honest with you, the only QB who was noticeable was Shador. To be honest,
Yeah, Shador had the name because he was on TV every week.
Yeah.
And not to say that okay, now I'll say this. He had the most hype on TV every week.
yeah.
Because what's his name? Cam Ward, the other quarterback.
Uh huh.
He's alright. But like there's games where like they had to come back in games they should have blown teams out in. And that was frustrating to watch, you know. And the refs gave him 2 straight games at one point. So it was like no, like
There wasn't really no noticeable QBs. Like next year we got some noticeable QBs. This year it was only, to be honest, it was Jalen and Shador. That I can name top of my head, and that's it. Everybody else, they were just like Dad said, they was okay.
some people should have went back to college. Like Quinn Ewers should have transferred. You guys name out there a little more, you know, because Quinn Ewers has like the talent to where like he may get drafted the 3rd round now, but he could have been like a 1st or 2nd round pick.
Yeah.
So like, but he's going back this year and like just it's just the pool of the quarterback class has not been cleaned.
Not this year. It's transitioning. To be honest with you, it's going. It once was QBs. Now it's mainly running backs and wide receivers that's getting attention now.
I mean, but when you think about it, after for the last, I want to say maybe 6 or 7 years, it's been like quarterbacks. So eventually, we was going to run into a class where the class was going to be super weak.
Yeah.
And especially now with NILs, some people just don't have the incentive to make it the leave now, because they're like, I'm getting paid millions here in college. Why would I go ahead and go to the NFL and risk major injury when I can play in here, get my stock up for draft night whenever I am ready to go, and make $1 million easy money.
Yeah, wow.
So, I mean,
but like you said, we knew it was coming eventually, but I didn't know that it gonna drop this low to where it's only 2 QBs that's noticeable throughout the whole NCAA. Like I said, for right now, it's wide receivers and running backs that everybody getting known for now. So I stay probably for a good year or 2, then it may switch again. But for right now, the most popular people or the everybody trying to grab is wide receivers and running backs. That's coming out of college. That's well known. Well, only time will tell. But other than that, me and LJ, other favorite team was the Pittsburgh Steelers. If they get Aaron Rodgers, they just get Aaron Rodgers.
that's gonna be so pitiful. That's so horrible.
It's not though. Like really, because like
watch. Are
Here's
you gonna tell me what you saw in last year in New York is you will want that on Washington? If you didn't have Jaden Daniels, you will want that.
I don't know that feeling. I got Jaden Daniels. You can't say me if I did that Jaden Daniels. You can't say that to me right now. You can't say that to me right now.
You've been a Washington fan for a very, very long time. Would you, if you did not, we can go back. We can go back to who that? Not Sam Darnold, but Sam Howell. We can go back to the Sam Howell days if you want to.
I would rather have Aaron Rodgers than Sam Howell.
Here's the thing about Aaron Rodgers. We can all agree back in the day he was top 5. When Tom Brady, when we had Elon Manning, when we had Peyton Manning, all of them.
When it was them, he was 3.
He was up there.
Yeah.
What happened? I guess Mother Nature, Father Time. I don't know.
Okay, he was 3 then, and now he's 32.
No.
But we can't.
No. So hold on. No. You gonna say that, LJ? So you say you wouldn't have Aaron Rodgers over Will Levis?
Age. I mean, he looked bad out there.
I'm not saying he was great. But we all know the Jets is dysfunctional as hell.
And he was driving the bus of dysfunction. He got that coach fired. You know he got that coach fired.
I am not saying Aaron Rodgers is not at fault. Don't get me wrong. But I don't think Aaron Rodgers, he's in the laundry room right now, okay? He's in the laundry room, about to be fully washed. Like he's the spin cycle's not gone yet, okay? But like I think he could play this year for Mike Tomlin. I think he can play for Mike Tomlin this year. Look what he did for Russell Wilson.
LJ just don't believe in Aaron Rodgers.
But would you say 2 years ago that Russell Wilson was washed?
I would say that he was washed. I still didn't trust Russell Wilson, especially getting near that end. I think I will say he figured out a good scheme for him when he transferred him in. But I still would have said he should have went back to Justin Fields. I said that. I said I did not trust.
Okay,
Russell Wilson.
I'll tell you what. Justin Fields was in the Jets this year. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, if Aaron Rodgers goes to the Steelers, I'm willing to wager that Aaron Rodgers has a better year than Justin Fields.
Yes, because for some odd unknown reason, the Steelers can always get plus 500.
So what do we like? So you say Aaron Rodgers can't do that for him? Like he's like because you're talking about why Aaron Rodgers.
This might be the first year they might not go.
No. Now we're picking up DK.
What DK don't throw the ball, he catches it. When
Aaron Rodgers can throw the ball.
Okay. I want to say this. I want to say this. Regardless what Aaron Rodgers' political views and what he do outside of football, if he can put that aside and be like, hey, look here, I'm 100% focusing on football. All I want to do is talk about football. I don't want to talk about what's going on with podcasts. I don't want to talk about Joe Rogan. I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about Trump. None of that. I want to strictly talk about football. If he eats, sleep, breathe football, and he go to the Steelers with that coaching staff, they never, ever since the coach, I forgot the coach name, but ever since the coach,
Mike Tomlin.
Mike, ever since Mike got there, he always been at plus 500. If Tom Brady can just lock in,
Aaron Rodgers.
Tom Brady.
I said Tom Brady. I don't know where I got Tom Brady from. If Aaron Rodgers can lock in, he can make something happen. That's all I can say.
The only thing he's making happen is giving the Steelers their first minus 500 season in the last 10 years.
Oh, no.
See, and y'all going to be like, LJ's crazy. LJ don't know what he's talking about.
I'm not saying you're crazy.
But when it happens and we come back later in the year, I'm going to be like Randall when he couldn't be like AOT was the best anime after that ended.
Hey, don't like look. Look. Hey, I'm not saying Tom. I said I keep on saying Tom Brady. I'm not saying Aaron Rodgers is gonna be. I'm just saying if he can lock in, he can. He can make something happen.
Nobody say Aaron Rodgers is gonna set the world on fire. Nobody's saying that.
But
But I'm saying that Aaron Rodgers will be better he'll be better than he was last year. And I think he'll be better than what Russell Wilson did. And he's damn sure going to be better than Trubisky. Not Trubisky. What's the other quarterback? He was in the Eagles last year. No, not Justin Fields.
Eagles. I know you're talking about the
He was on
Carr, something like that.
No, not Carr.
Oh well, never mind.
Trubisky was on the Bears, so it's not him. It was I can't remember his name.
You're talking about the backup for the Eagles.
I thought it was.
Yeah, he
Carr.
was a backup for the Eagles. Yeah.
Was it Carr?
No, Carr was actually the backup for.
No, Carr was the Saints quarterback, and he got hurt.
I thought. So hold on. James, I don't know what happened. I thought
James Winston.
I thought he was the backup QB for Saints.
Yo, James Winston was the backup quarterback for the Browns.
Oh, he was. Then he got traded to the. Yeah. Okay. I'm tripping. I'm thinking about 2-3 years ago. But why?
Kenny Pickett.
Him. Okay. Now you. Yeah.
Okay, a dumpster is better than Kenny Pickett.
So you say Aaron Rodgers can be better than a dumpster? Is that what we saying?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Now I do want to hold on, Dad.
Mike Tomlin can win with these quarterbacks.
I do want to point this out though, Dad. LJ was slandering the crap out of Aaron Rodgers last year. Almost every game he was playing, LJ did see me text how washed Aaron Rodgers was.
As well as he should, because Aaron Rodgers was garbage last year. I am not saying that Aaron Rodgers wasn't garbage last year. What I'm saying is the Jets as an organization is garbage. And garbage admits twice the garbage. Okay. So
So let's go back to this because it's a similar situation with Russ, right? So in the Russ situation when he was on the Broncos, the year before he went to the Russell College, he was having a really good year. Even though I say he still looked a little bit washed, he didn't look as washed as he did the year prior, right?
okay, yeah, I say that. Well, the way he didn't get hurt, yeah, 2 years prior. He was hurt the year prior,
right?
Yeah.
So 2 years prior, he looks god awful. A year prior, okay, and then this year or this past year, we were like, it's okay, it's serviceable.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question. And this will probably sell it right now. Okay. If you switch I'm going 2 teams that have bad seasons. Okay. If you switch Aaron Rodgers with Brock Purdy, is Brock Purdy winning with the Jets?
That's unfair because of the
How?
the 49er system.
That's what I'm saying. And that's my point. The Jets system is so trash that Aaron Rodgers couldn't do nothing with it.
But you can have a monkey with no arms playing the 49er system.
What I'm saying is, if you switch Brock Purdy and Aaron Rodgers,
I do think Brock Purdy would have had a better season
with the Jets. I think the Niners would have won more games if they had Aaron Rodgers instead of Brock Purdy.
I think the 49ers would have won more games if they had CMC.
I mean, we're not talking about CMC right now.
But you have to. I mean,
No, I'm talking about even injuries and all. I'm talking injuries and all. I think Aaron Rodgers could have willed them to at least 2 more wins than they got.
I don't think so. Well, Devontae Adams will also probably be going to the Steelers then.
He's with the Rams now.
Oh, he went to the Rams?
He went to the Rams. Cooper Kupp is cut now, so they got
Who's the quarterback for the Rams? Oh,
Stafford.
Oh, Stafford. Why you don't go over there with Stafford and they compete? They too old, man.
Who?
Aaron Rodgers and
Why would he go somewhere he's gonna be a backup?
he needs to be a backup. I told you he needs to be in the bleachers.
Now we all know Aaron Rodgers is not going to be a backup.
We need to be in the bleachers.
That pride of his is not going to allow that. He is not going to be a backup.
No, not at all.
Okay.
All I gotta say is this: if the Steelers somehow, which I'm pretty sure they is, because like I said when I was at the gym, it's all over the ESPN. They heavily is pursuing to get Aaron Rodgers. If the Steelers pick up Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers make them go negative 500 or minus 500 for the first time in 10 years, then he need to retire immediately.
I agree.
Because if Russell Wilson plus Justin Fields was able to go plus 500 with the same coaching staff, but Aaron Rodgers now got multiple weapons, better players than what Justin Fields and Russell Wilson had. If he go minus 500, he need to retire. It's not the coach's fault. It's not the player.
I really think they should have kept Justin Fields the Steelers.
To be honest with you, I think Justin Fields just needs somebody to look at and develop. That's it.
And he gonna get
That's
that.
that's what last year was. That's what his thing last year was, behind Russell Wilson, to learn how to be a better quarterback. That's
Now he going to the Jets, where all football dreams go to.
He is not. Yeah,
all football dreams.
he go if he going to the Jets, then he pretty much over.
He signed with them already. So
he over.
It's bad.
But that's one thing I hate about the NFL or sports in general. They just, instead of just kicking people like Justin Fields, we know he got the potential. He just needs somebody to train or stick with. Just have him stay with that team, and have him, and y'all get him trainers, like or y'all just hook him up with somebody like Tom Brady. Tom Brady be offering QBs before they even get to the NFL. Like, hey, if you pay me X amount of money, I can train you. Cause he did Shador like that. Well, technically his dad locked him in, but you know. But either way it goes, that's what they need to do. But like, hey, we finna plug you in with this amazing legend football QB coach who helped out Russell Wilson, Eli Payton, all them. Just train with him for maybe 3 years, and then fourth year come, if he still don't get it, then you kick him out instead of just dropping him on different teams. Now he got, he ain't learning. He going to different trainers all over the world. He one thing the trainer in where he was at, the Bears were teaching him something. He get to the Steelers, this trainer was teaching him, like, no, whoever taught you that at the Bears was teaching the wrong way. I'm finna teach you the right way. Now he go to the Jets trying to be like, yeah, whoever taught you this and Steelers and the Bears taught you all wrong. Here's the way. Now he don't know what the hell he doing because he learned like 3 or 4 different, stuff. But I believe somebody just, instead of just kicking them out, they just need to just hold them tight for 3 years, lock them in with a coach or a trainer that y'all know for a fact was that trained the best of the best QBs, get them 2 to 3 years max. And if he don't get it within them 3-4 years, then you be like, all right, we gave you X amount of time. You see them don't get it, we finna invest in somebody else instead of just jumping them from here and here, all the everywhere. That's what I think. But LJ, you might well get prepared because the Steelers, It could be this week or next week, but I'm pretty sure Aaron Rodgers is gonna be Steelers.
And like I said, when that happens, and when at the end of the season they go minus 500,
and Aaron Rodgers need to retire.
Other than that, that's the only thing I want to hear is that Aaron Rodgers needs to retire.
At that point, he need to retire. Because Big Ben and all of them was able to go plus 500. Now Aaron Rodgers come in the picture and you got more active players on your offensive part that you know for a fact that can catch and catch and run and do all this with the ball. But you somehow able to go minus 500 with a coach who was going plus 500 for 10 plus years. Is not the coaching department fault. At that point, it's Aaron Rodgers' fault, and then he need to be like, all right, boom, all right, yeah, you need to retire. But only time will tell. But so far, for everybody that listen, Aaron Rodgers may be a Steelers fan either this week or next week because they heavily pursuing him. So, yeah.
The Colts signed a quarterback. That was weird, didn't they?
Oh no.
Oh, the Colts signed Daniel Jones.
Oh yeah. Think that's going to be a competition with him?
They say that they brought him in to compete with Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson is.
I think he done rub people the wrong way after.
Oh, well, that's not the question. That's not the question. He definitely rubbed people the wrong way when he tapped out the game. Talking about he was too tired.
See, that's
That's
what
what you
happened.
call
When
a timeout. That's when you say, "Coach, timeout."
yeah. But like these people saying, you giving these players 100 million, 200 million guaranteed.
He ain't got that.
No, I'm just. Well, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure the NFL
That's
on
what
the
he's
top.
looking
Top.
for.
But I'm just saying, you give these players a whole bunch of money guaranteed. They gonna be like, well, y'all already guaranteed pretty much my entire check. Why they, I'm finna take a break whenever I want to. So that's that. They are discussing that. They think about cutting the deals and all that stuff later on down the road.
Mm-hmm.
But now, before we jump into basketball, because we need to talk about what the hell going on with the Warriors and the Lakers. And sadly, LJ, we got to talk about what the hell going on in Miami because they're train wreck in Miami. So we got to touch about we got to touch upon that. Dad, why you shake your head? You didn't say, hold on. You didn't shake your head at the Warriors or the Lakers, but when I said Miami is a train wreck, you shook your head.
I wasn't shaking your head because I didn't agree with you. I was shaking my head in disappointment because I am disappointed in the Heat. Like I knew they wasn't going to be good. I know what Jimmy Butler leaving was going to have them.
LJ, I thought LJ don't say nothing. You look like you about to say something, LJ.
I like when Jimmy Butler left, I knew they would be bad, but I just didn't think they would be this bad. That's all I'm saying. Like what's their record right now? Like
we gonna talk about that later.
Okay.
But before we get to the basketball stuff, Dad, what the hell going on in San Francisco? Because they were talking about some trade or something. I think they said Prudy or something for to get cut or something. I don't know.
No. Brock Purdy. No, what they're doing now is Brock Purdy is no longer on that Mr. Irrelevant contract anymore. So they need to pay him. So they traded away Debo Samuel to Washington. Thank you very much. They cut Javon Kinlaw. Drake Greenlaw left. Like there's a big exodus of people leaving San Francisco, and they have to leave because they have to pay Brock Purdy now.
Yeah.
So the rent's due, and they need to pay. So.
Yeah, they were talking. Yeah, they kind of threw that in there when I was leaving. They were talking about how San Francisco is in a hellhole right now.
Yeah, because they gotta pay him. And by the way, like I'm say this too, the NFL offseason, the free agents are not really good free agents this year. Free agency is kind of weak. So like
they just old men mostly.
A bunch of old men and people who are just not good.
Yeah.
Like and some people. The problem is with free agency, they're overpaying now for pieces to a puzzle instead of like the main big parts. They're overpaying for little pieces that can help you if you're in the right system, but not game-changing people, and they're getting overpaid that way.
Right.
Matter of fact, I think like Washington is playing it smart this year by instead of like going all out on free agency, we're trading for players. We got Larry Tunsil now for offensive line. We signed Javon Kinlaw, give him a decent contract, and we trade for Debo Samuel to give him a real good second option besides Terry McLaurin. So. Like, other teams take heed about that, to be honest, because it is not looking good.
Only time will tell with that. Mm-hmm. But, ladies and gentlemen, we will eventually come back whenever draft season starts in the NFL, which it should be soon. It should be soon. So we'll come back for part 2 on all that good stuff. Now, let's talk about basketball, but in particular, I want to talk about 3 teams. Well, technically 4. We're going to talk about Lakers, Golden State Warriors, because them two have been going berserk ever since the trade. We gonna talk about Cleveland because I'm gonna keep it real. If Cleveland continue to play like they playing today, they gonna win. I'm sorry, them boys, especially how they beat I forgot who they played. Without Donovan Mitchell, them boys, if they stay hungry like that and stay healthy like that during playoffs, I'm sorry, I think they gonna win. And then we also got to talk about Miami. So but Dad, the Lakers and Golden State. Let's kick it off there. Did you expect? I'm pretty sure we all did, but did you expect for them to have this crazy surge that they have right now?
Not to the extent that it's been happening. I didn't expect the Lakers to be a top, like, I thought it would be in the 4 or 5 range. They're going to be in the 2 3 range right now. And right now they're currently third behind the Nuggets, but they're only a game behind the Nuggets.
Right.
So
They two now. They lost to the Nets last night.
lost to the Nets. Well, LeBron didn't play though. LeBron's out for another week, so
Right. Yeah. They
so
lose a lot of games.
yeah, they might lose a few games there, but this is why you have Luka now. You know,
Yep.
this is why Luka's there, so Luka can go off. The Warriors, like I've been all year saying we're a play-in team, and that and that's fine. We could be a play-in team, Right now they're 6, which is just out of the play-in, and 3 games behind 5th. So, do I think they'll get there? Probably not. But they're trying. They're trying to get there. The goal is to stay out of the play-in game, and like I'm not trying to rub it in, but like ever since Jimmy Butler got there, they've been winning, and they lost like what 2 games since he's been there, and he's a perfect opposite complement of Steph Curry, because he's complete opposite Steph Curry, but like it helps him out so much, it frees him up so much. Jimmy and Draymond Green can just run the defense pretty much, and you can put Steph Curry on the weakest guard at that point, And I'm saying so. That's why he's putting up all these points, because he's not expending so much energy on defense, and not only that, like he just shooting lights out right now. Like he just had like 30 something the other day. He had a 40. He even had a 60-point game the other day.
It was 60 or 50.
It was something like that, but like he's lights out right now. So I see the Warriors staying at 6 and having to play the Nuggets or the Lakers in round 1. So I would love to. As a fan of the Warriors, I want them to play the Nuggets. I don't want to see the Lakers right now with Luka and LeBron, but I don't think they could. They beat any team, either one of those teams decisively, though. To be honest.
Right. Andrew, what's your thoughts about what's going on with the Lakers and then Golden State?
I think both of them are in a very good honeymoon phase, and they were doing really well. The Golden State Warriors are still doing pretty well. I'm not sure if they faced anybody really, really good. Like I'm talking about your Celtics, your Clevelands, people like that. I'm not sure if they faced anybody like that yet. I think they might have played the Nuggets in one.
Yeah, with the Lakers?
No, I know the Lakers did. I'm talking about the Golden State.
No, Golden State after All-Star break has the easiest schedule in the league. Like it's been said.
So, and that's really good for them because that will build up, not leadership, but teamwork and things like that. Lakers, on the other hand, are about to go through a hard period, from my understanding. Looking at their schedule, they had the Celtics just recently. They lost to the Nets, which if they had LeBron, they probably would have won. You got Milwaukee after them, and you got a couple more hard games. I know they got to face Cleveland, so it's going to be interesting for them to see if they can stay up there at where they are. Um, if LeBron James can stay healthy, and so can Luka, and you get good pieces from AR, Austin Reeves, and some of the other role players, I think they can make some noise. And I'm not gonna say they can make it to the finals, but at least the semifinals. I think the Lakers and the Warriors can make it. Um, but these the trades that these two teams made to make their team better, it it really worked. It worked out. The Lakers got their star of the future. The Warriors trying to make one more dynasty, uh, not run, but one more title for the dynasty, and we'll see if they can do it. So
I called it. Sadly, I called, especially Golden State. I called it when Jimmy Butler was going to Golden State.
Again, I call that trade.
You did. I ain't gonna. The people that listening, I ain't gonna lie to you. Dad literally called it months ahead of time before it was even announced. He called it. He at first he said West, and then a couple days or weeks later, the next podcast he said he got a feeling he going to Golden State. So he's not lying at that. But I knew this is what Jimmy Butler wanted. He wanted somebody who can take over and he could still be in the background and do his thing. And that's perfectly fit for his stuff. Self can literally do whatever he need to do, shoot the ball, and boom. While Jimmy could be in the back, be like, hey, if you need my help, I can help you out. And that's what Steph need. He need another person like Klay Thompson. And lo and behold, Jimmy Butler is that Klay Thompson, probably even better than Klay Thompson, especially when it comes to playoff. Because me and LJ both know how playoff Jimmy can get. And he's dangerous when it comes to that. So if he can stay healthy during playoff time, and for the past 3 or 4 years, he been able to be playoff Jimmy. So if he can bring that playoff Jimmy to Golden State, then the West gonna be in for a crazy ass ride. I tell you that much. But like I said, I knew Golden State gonna be good because I think they was like 9 or 10 before Jimmy Butler came.
They was in 9 or 10 range. Yeah.
And then I called it when Jimmy Butler. I was like, yeah, they finna be a force to be reckoned with. And now they, like Dad said, 8-6 could potentially be top 5 if everybody stay healthy and all that stuff. So I already knew that, and that what Jimmy Butler needed. He wanted somebody to where he can take all the weight off his back and have the weight on one player, and if he need to step up, he can step up. And crazy how him and Steph can just click like that as soon as he's able. Like as soon as the first game, it literally you could tell everything connected. You could tell they had what's the word I'm trying to say?
Chemistry.
Chemistry. There you go. You can tell they had chemistry. And when you have a play like that, it's deadly. So that's why I think they're like 12-1 or something like that now. That's why they only lost one game.
They lost 2 games, I believe.
Oh, they lost 2 games?
Yeah, they lost 2 games.
Okay.
But it's been an unbelievable run, though.
Yeah. So, once again, and the crazy part about it is Jimmy still learning how to team play. That's the crazy thing about it. So, when playoff season comes, and he get a grip and understanding how the bench players play, once he get an understanding how Steph play, once he get a feeling how Draymond Green play, once he get a feeling how these starters play, then it's like I said, during playoffs is over. Lakers, we all called this. We all knew Luka was finna ball out wherever he go. He didn't need to be traded. The only reason why he got traded, we all know, because he was the people was petty because he was out of shape, quote unquote, saying he was out of shape, and they didn't want to pay him the max, even though that's their franchise player. You're supposed to get him the max. So I don't know why they would be stingy on that. So we already knew he gonna be a force to reckon with when he got to the Lakers. We just didn't know how him and LeBron gonna connect, and lo and behold, them boys are connected. So once Luka understands how LeBron play, once LeBron figure out how Luka play, and you get Austin, if he can constantly shoot down his jumpers, if you get I forgot the black Asian dude. No, I forgot his name.
Rory.
Who?
Rui Hachimura.
Yeah, Rui Hachimura. Yeah, if he can keep, if he can, he give you one, he give you good games, and in 3-4 games he give you bad games. If he can constantly give you good games, the Lakers, the Lakers gonna be hard to beat. Then on top of that, a lot of people could say OKC to my opinion still unexperienced, even though they number one. They unexperienced. I'm sorry. They maybe second, third round, semifinals. They out. I don't think they're gonna make it to the finals. OKC, if the Lakers can somehow duplicate what they did to beat them with Luka, it's gonna be a crazy run. OKC. Golden State, I think Luka will still beat them, especially LeBron can stay healthy. And to be honest with you, that's about it for the West. But the West gonna be dangerous. I ain't gonna lie to you. The West gonna be dangerous. But yeah, we all called it. We all knew that Golden State and the Lakers had the best trade of this year. We already said that they gonna win hella games, and they are. And the scary part about it is these boys are still learning how each other play. And once playoff season comes, ain't no telling how Golden State and the Warriors gonna play. If they playing like this now, just wait till they play during playoffs. And they got the most experienced players in the West that's been in the playoffs with Self and with LeBron. Now you gave them superstars for sidekicks. Come on.
And
Go ahead.
can I say something about what
Yeah, go ahead.
the East and stuff like that?
Yeah. We about to talk about that. So yeah, you go ahead and start off.
There needs to be a cap or rule when it comes to this play-in, because right now the 10th team is the Bulls.
Right.
For the play-in. They are 27-38. You should not be allowed to get a playoff, like to have an attempt to get in the playoffs when you are 11 games below 500.
That's the point of playing, so you can have the Cinderella moment, quote unquote.
No, F all that. No. You don't get to be bad and be Cinderella. No. Like it
I mean, I get where you come from though. I get where you come from.
but all the playing teams, 7, 8, 9, and 10, are all under 500.
But that's how the East is. The East,
right? The East is always weak. Has always been.
Yeah.
I'm just saying though, like I love the play-in. Don't get me wrong, I love the play-in because it's so much fun to watch. Because everybody's because it's really do or die for these teams to get in the playoffs. But some teams should not have a chance. There should be a rule to be like,
you got to be plus 500 in it.
no, not even plus 500. You got to at least be within 3 games of 500 to be in the play-in. Otherwise, the 7 and 8 seed get in. It is what it is.
But what happened if the 7 and 8 seed are like that too? They below 500.
They
No,
also,
7 and 8 seed will get in. 7 and 8 seed will get in. But it's a matter of the 2 other players, the 9 and 10, they got to be within 3 games of 500. And if they're not,
But
7 and 8 seed get in, and then everybody just wait for the other play. The West to do the play in the game.
But like we said, for the longest, the East always been weak though.
Oh, it's always been weak. That's why LeBron went to the 50 million straight finals.
You got a point. But I kind of agree. To be honest, I can't agree. The playoffs are supposed to be teams who went positive through the season. That technically what the playoffs are.
The playoffs are a reward for the regular season.
There you go.
Show you who's the best teams. And to be 11 games under 500, and the team below that is nowhere near closer. The team below that is the 11th team is the Sixers, okay? And they're 22 and 42. They're 20 games below 500. So, what are we talking about here? What are we...
I'm pretty
What
sure.
are we doing?
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be addressed soon. It got to be addressed soon.
And
It
like,
got to be addressed
it's
soon.
how bad the Heat. This is how bad the East is. The
East is-
Heat are
Yeah.
the number 9 seed.
Hey,
The Heat got a shot to get in still, and they're well below 500, and they're bad right now.
yeah,
They're bad.
We know that. You don't got to tell us that.
I feel like Dad only started this argument just. So he could
Yeah,
say
he
it.
did.
No. I started because of Chicago. Real talk. I started because of Chicago, but like the Heat are in the mix too because they're bad too. But Chicago's worse.
We
Like-
know that Heat garbage right now. But speaking of the Heat, we gonna say that for last. Cleveland. We already know Boston. Boston can either win or choke. We don't know what we're gonna get this year out of Boston. But Cleveland, on the other hand, is dominating everyone right now, and I did not expect this from them. So
Did you watch them last year?
to be honest, I wasn't paying attention. I was paying attention to the Heat through the playoffs because
The last year the Cavs were like 1 or 2 seed. I can't remember. They were balling too.
they were I think they won 4 because it was Boston, then Boston was 1, Cleveland. Yeah, I think Cleveland was 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Cleveland was 2. You're right. Because we beat Boston, and then we went to the finals last year, right? No.
Not last
Who?
the year before.
The year
we beat
before.
Boston.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, we almost, yeah. But if Cleveland continue to play how they playing right now, the East is going to be Cleveland versus Boston, and I got a feeling Cleveland gonna shoot the lights out of Boston. The Heats, I knew this was gonna come because it happened when Dwayne Wade and LeBron left. We had we going through, what's the word for it? We going through a remodeling phase. We trying to figure out who's who, and now we just threw a whole bunch of random players together just to get through the season. And then next year, we're going to hopefully do some trading. And then, because Bam can't be there forever. I give Bam maybe 3 to 5 year max, and then he out the door. Tyler, ever since the bubble, he haven't have. He can give you a good game, and then he going to be garbage next. And then that's the only players we get. So, we've been down this road before in the Heats. It haven't been to this extent, but we're just going through a rebuilding phase, and we just threw a whole bunch of people together just to get through the season, and they finna get back in the office, do some recruiting, and then hopefully we'll be a better team next year. But LJ, what you got to think, or what you think about these?
The Heat are dead to me.
You a goddamn.
What do you want me to say?
I mean,
They
hey, no,
bad.
you kept it real though.
I mean, they did to me.
You kept it real.
You had made it to the finals with Jimmy Butler. You should have been trying to build a team around Jimmy Butler. You could have kept Bam. You didn't want to. Pat Riley needs to retire, or the owners need to actually think about getting rid of him. He's
We
like
didn't-
Nick Saban. He's like Nick Saban.
We didn't
Nick
pursue a
Saban, but Nick
superstar.
Saban, right? But Nick Saban had the frame of mind to be like, okay, it's time for me to go.
Yeah.
Because these young kids aren't messing with me no more, like they used to.
See, here's the thing, and then Dad, you could speak about it, and then we call it a day. Here's the thing. Ever since that Dame Lemon trade, and we didn't get him, I guarantee you that's when Jimmy was like, all right, time for me to go.
Yeah,
Because-
100%.
Because he called it. He called it during the first finals. He said he needs some help and he wants a superstar. That's where that Dame trade came into play. I don't know what the hell happened with that Dame trade because we supposed to get him. But ever since that Dame trade and he went to the Bucks, I guarantee you that's when Jimmy Butler was like, okay, I'm done with Miami. I'm done with it.
I think Portland tanked that one on purpose. I think there was an offer out there. I think it was a good offer. But I think Portland didn't want to send Dame over there because that's where Dame wanted to go.
Exactly. He did want to go. He
Yeah,
said himself that he wanted to go to Miami.
yeah. Dame wanted to go there, and it was like, we're not sending you there. Like, you want to leave us, we'll get what we want. And to be honest, they didn't get. It's funny because they got a decent trade package for him, but like they traded away Drew Holiday to the Celtics right afterwards.
Yep.
So like, what do we like? Portland was being petty.
But that's the reason why he loved. I don't care what anybody say. We was supposed to get Dame, and Jimmy was supposed to have some help, and all we needed really was a center because we got backup shooters. At the time, we had backup shooters. We had amazing 3-point shooters. That's what prime Tyler Hero was, all that. So we had a stat team. But I guarantee you, once that trade fell short and he went to the Bucks, that's when Jimmy was like, all right, screw this. I give y'all a couple more years. I give y'all to the end of my contract. If y'all don't do nothing, then I'm gone. And lo and behold, he went to 1 or 2 more finals. He didn't keep up their end. They kept on getting these unknown name players. Some of them turned out good, I ain't gonna lie. But Jimmy wanted another superstar. And Miami was like, yeah, no, we ain't finna do that. So that's when Jimmy said, okay, if y'all ain't gonna get what I want, I'm finna go where a superstar is. And lo and behold, look where he at. And he had it at the time of his life. But Dad, what's your thoughts about the East with the Celtics, the Heat, all that?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. The Cleveland Boston series, if they go to the conference finals this year, it's going to be a good series. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I see Jason Tatum choking in that series.
Yep.
Nothing new.
Because Jason Tatum's supposed to be the new face of the NBA, but can you win the Eastern Conference MVP? And it's like, oh, but he'll get the Finals MVP. No, he didn't. Jaylen Brown got both. Okay, and they say, oh, but he's going to the Olympics. He's going to ball Olympics. Could he even get off the bench? Okay, so like I don't see Jason Tatum out there balling. I see Darius Garland balling out. I see Donovan Mitchell balling out, and I see Jared Allen being that defensive force in the middle to where like they have to shoot all game. Boston's going to shoot the lights out to win.
Let me cut you off real quick, Dad.
Yeah, sure.
Real quick. I'm so tired of this stupid face of the league argument.
Yes.
I am so tired of it.
That only
I want people to realize this. There's not a face of the league once LeBron James leaves.
No.
It's not.
I'm finna say, I ain't mean to cut you off. They only came to the conversation because, one, like you said, LeBron James about to retire. And two, the ratings been low. And they were like, we need a new. I'm like, what the hell they got to do with the ratings being low? We don't need no new, like, just play ball. We don't need a face of the NBA.
I feel like the ratings are always low, and then the playoffs hit, and then the ratings are high.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Yeah.
The regular season is too long. Regular season is too long, too many games. It's hard to keep up. A casual fan, it's hard for a casual fan. There is no other household name in the NBA right now, to where like if I was to ask this old lady in an assisted living home right now, can you name me one player for the NBA? She would say LeBron James.
Yeah.
Maybe Steph Curry. But it's going to be 9 times out of 10, it's going to be LeBron James. They're going to say.
You got a point.
So, like, once LeBron leaves, there is no face in the NBA. Somebody does need to step up and be like, because like, with the face comes the perks. You know, like you're world known. You know, everybody knows you. You know, you're getting all the endorsements. You know, you're getting money is just flowing, and everything's going perfect for you. You know, but like who's going to step up? It's not, I tell you who's not going to be. It's not going to be Anthony Edwards.
Man, they are trying their best to make it Anthony Edwards. And Anthony Edwards, number one, no.
Listen,
Number two, he said no.
Listen,
So,
with what this man got going on outside of basketball,
No, yeah, exactly.
I don't think he go. And we know Disney is kind of owner of NBA because ESPN. Anyway. Yeah, what he got going on outside of basketball, I'd be shocked if they try to put him as the face of the NBA. I'd be so surprised. But they don't need a face of the NBA. Just play ball.
Every sport needs a face.
And,
Every
well,
sport needs a face.
they-
Because right now you can say NFL. Who's facing the NFL? Who you guys would say?
Jalen Hurts.
No.
He-
No.
he-
Patrick
he-
Mahomes.
Oh yeah,
No.
yeah, you're right.
What's wrong with you?
I said I forgot about Patrick. I said the only reason why I said Jalen Hurts because he won a Super Bowl and my
That is
whole
to the face of the league,
and
though.
my whole timeline been full of Jalen Hurts. Yeah, it is Patrick Mahomes. I forgot.
One Super Bowl,
I
you
forgot.
just
Yeah, I'm
totally
sorry.
forget about him.
My timeline been numb to Jalen Hurts. I'm sorry. I forgot about Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, he
You
basically got
Taylor
hope.
Swift
Yeah,
fans.
I'm sorry. But
Hey, you can even say baseball with Shohei Ohtani. You know,
I don't
Like,
even- to be
that's
honest,
their-
I don't see how he even a face. To be honest with
I'm about to say if you talk to Stephen A, he shouldn't be the face.
you, he on the face because how much money he getting. But, you know.
no.
I mean, he's
Show
good.
that's a bad man right
I
there.
mean, I'm not saying he's good, but I'm just saying that's pretty much another reason because of how much money.
I
he
don't
getting.
watch baseball, y'all, so I can't really I can't tell if somebody's good or not.
Shohei a bad man. He
I
could
know
be the
he's
number
good.
one pitcher, or he could be your number one batter, like number one everyday player. Like seriously, Shohei is a bad man.
But to be honest with you, in the NBA, once Steph and LeBron leave, you got players. You got Jason Tatum, you got Luka, you got Dame, you still got Giannis. I mean, and then
Ain't
also
about
with
to go.
KD.
Ain't they kind of old?
Not Giannis, he about early 30s.
And not, I didn't say Giannis. I said Dame.
Game's old.
He about
He's
well.
getting up there.
But
Game's getting up there.
you still got people. You got people. So I don't know. What
It's
NBA?
going to be Bron.
One thing for sure, and then we can wrap it up after this. One thing for sure, to help the NBA, they needed either just scrap NBA All Star Weekend, or just go back to the old format, or do All Stars 1v1, where they put all the All Stars in one bracket, have them play 1v1 each other, and the winner gets $10 million or something like that. Cause you know y'all gonna make the money regardless. And that's it. Because a lot of people want to see Steph versus Kyrie one-on-one. A lot of people want to see LeBron James and KD versus one-on-one. Just do it like that. If y'all want to do East versus West, do All-Stars versus All-Stars 1v1. And
The NBA will print money if they did a one-on-one tournament.
exactly.
That would be printed money.
That's all they need to do. Because everybody will hype it when it's down to the clock and all the players go to the foul line. You got the main point guard like Steph and LeBron James during that one finals where everybody was on the side and Steph hit that three in front of LeBron and won. Come on. During the All-Star weekend and put a barricade and have some fans on the floor and while watching them, come on. You're going to make the money back.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If the NBA does the one-on-one tournament next year, LeBron's gonna get a mysterious groin injury right before their All-Star break.
Yeah. Yeah. We know that. Yeah. I already know.
Yeah, because he can't be made to look bad. So he's gonna get a mysterious groin injury right before it's he's gonna twist his ankle the game before. Oh man, I'm out the game now.
But if they want views, do that.
Oh, yeah.
1v1, best of 5 wins, but you got to win by 2 points. There you go. Bring it
I
back.
want to see Kyrie cook James Harden. I want to see that for the whole world to see Kyrie cook James Harden.
And you gonna see, and that gonna do numbers. But we're only time
It's gonna feed families.
It's gonna feed families. And I guarantee you gonna have players put in a affinity effort because they don't want to be the laughing stock on social media.
Nobody wants to look back because everybody will get clowned.
There you go.
All the first round exits will be clowned.
There you
And they're not going to be able to say anything. So like, well, we played a hard game, but yeah, what happened to you against Donovan Mitchell round 1? You know, like.
Exactly. That's all they need to do. I'm surprised nobody even brought this up on ESPN or something.
They said something about it. But the All Star game's so bad right now that
Yeah.
something needs to be done.
That's pretty. Yeah, All Star is another part of the downfall of the NBA. But other than that, we don't want to keep y'all boys too long because LJ gotta go to work. Dad, what's your closing remarks for all the good listeners out there?
I appreciate you guys listening and downloading and listening to the podcast. Appreciate it. Follow if you will follow me at Dad Gamer, Dad Gamer on Twitch. I'm streaming there Monday through Friday.
LJ, what you got to say?
Thanks for listening. Bronny James, the new face of the league.
I know you just said that, but all I gotta say is in NFL, me and LJ once again, we in for a long ride. I'm pretty sure this week or next week we're gonna figure out what the Steelers gonna do. I got a feeling that Aaron Rodgers is gonna be the new QB. Only time gonna tell. NBA, y'all just get prepared, cause if the Lakers and the Warriors can stay healthy, it's pretty much game over for the West Conference. Same with the East. If the Cavaliers can stay healthy, especially how they was playing tonight without Donovan Mitchell, it's game over. I just don't see no team beating them. Them boys hungry. Them boys are hungry. They was shooting the ball from half court and it was literally going in. So I don't know what to say. Somebody just got to get hurt for Cleveland. Even then, I don't think nobody on the East could beat them. But that's all I got to say. Cleveland, stay healthy, stay with that hunger. They going to the finals. And like Dad said, y'all love these sports podcasts. Over the past couple months, y'all the numbers been going up. Our audience is growing, so y'all truly digging with these sports podcasts. So hey, we gonna keep on giving to you guys. So once again, like Dad said, we truly appreciate y'all for sticking with us. And we got some more sports content coming for your head top. But once again,
can I say one more thing before we go?
Yeah, go ahead.
When I grow up, I want to be just like you two, to be able to stick with things when they are, to be able to just drop things when they're bad. Like how LJ said that Heat are dead to him. That's his team, but they're dead to him. And then like when I grow up, Randall, I want to be like you two, to stick with something that's so bad, like Attack on Titan, when it was so bad that like you still stuck with it. Like I just want to be like you when I grow up. I just want to throw it out there.
At that part, just
like I said, we go by the name of 2 Boys Podcast. Y'all enjoying this episode? We gonna keep on pushing them out for y'all. But until then, my name Randall. With me as always, my boy LJ, and the OG Dad himself. And we will catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.
Peace.